It's me, Wonyoluwa Ogunjabi, and welcome to How They Did It. So today we're going to be speaking with a brilliant scholar, Dimimu Antonio. So Antonio had 8 A's on WASSCE. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 beautiful A's on the WASSCE. And in this video, she's going to be telling us all the juju she used, the soap she used to bath. Okay, no. In this video, she's going to be talking about experiences. She's going to share her story, how she used to hate physics, to how she performed below expectation on the UTME. Like, that's actually very scary. Imagine getting a score that is far below your abilities some days to your WAEC exams. And at the end of the day, she still came out with 8 A's. Smart kids in this world, man. Alright. So, yes. I know the video is over, it's like an hour long, but I'm telling you, you will not regret watching it. It's worth the data, it's worth the time, and it's a very hilarious one because Dimimu on her own, she's a whole vibe on her own. Even I enjoyed interviewing her. And if you wonder why both of us look so tired, we're not tired per se, but you will see it on our faces. It was because we filmed the video around 12 a.m. in the morning. So I would also like to use this video to thank Dimimu again. Thank you for coming up 12 a.m. in the morning to record a video. It was because we had very different schedules and 12 a.m. was worked for both of us. So I think I'm talking too much. Yes. So that being said, I think you can start watching the video right now. Enjoy it. And yes, if you have any questions, please don't forget to put them in the comment section. We would love to answer your questions. And if you also want to connect with Dimimu, which I think you would, I will drop the link to our Instagram and maybe LinkedIn accounts in the description. Hi Dimimu, welcome to How You Did It. It's nice having you here. Could you please introduce yourself to the audience?
Hello, I am Dimimu Antonio and I graduated from Princeton College. How are you guys doing? It's a great opportunity for me to be on Moon's YT channel because, you know, it's glad to see a young change maker like me do something as great as this because it takes a lot of courage to like create a YouTube channel and want to encourage others. So yeah, I give a lot of kudos to her. Please, wherever you are, give her a round of applause. And also I'm very glad for her to have like given me this opportunity to speak. So yeah, it's amazing. How you guys doing there? I hope the pressure of exam isn't like too much. I'm wishing you all the best, and I'm here to like give you some tips, guide you on some steps, and like just like answer some questions that have been like running around your head. Yeah, I had 8 A's and 1 B2 in WAEC. That's like the most painful thing in the world. When you're this close to getting a perfect score, but like you just have that setback. But glory to God for everything, Sha. I feel like God didn't give me 9 A's to keep me in check, so let's just forget about that. So yeah, let's get into the video.
All right, Dimimu, thank you for that beautiful introduction. So first of all, I'd like to ask, this is what they are saying, God humbled you. Wait, how did you feel when you got your results?
When what?
When you received your results, your WASSCE results.
Bro, I was happy. Jesus. Like, I could remember that day, everybody was checking it and posting it on their status. We know you had to get like this scratch card thing, yeah? So, that day, my mom was fast asleep and I didn't want to buy it with my money. So I'm like, if I just say that, I don't have money, I'll not check these results. Then my mom just like woke up and she saw like her friends telling her that, oh, their own children's wife results come out. She just came to meet me. Oh yeah, Dimimu, by 1 a.m. 1 a.m. I was traumatized. Jesus. She was like, oh yeah, check your result. I was like, hey, Jesus. I just saw A1. I screamed. I practically screamed because when you see your hard work glaring back at you, that's crazy, bro. Like I was very, very happy. Very, very happy. And a B2 isn't bad. It isn't a B3, it isn't a C4, so a B2 is like few marks away from an A1, so we give glory to God. Yeah. I was happy. Who wouldn't be for real? Like,
all right, so now let's dive into
preparation, how you study for the exam. So you smart kids that come out with like top scores, we know that all of you used to have these secrets. Or
Oh
should I
God.
say, all of you have secrets. Like that's what you are here to do. To come and cut through for us, tell us how everything worked out, give us your secrets, your study techniques, everything that works for you. Let us know.
Okay. I would say that after every topic you were taught, personally go through them when you get back home. All right. Like don't do this thing that when you like when exam is coming, that's when you go to week one and start studying, yeah. From week one, go through week one topics, yeah. Like create get a journal. A journal will be would always be helpful. Always get a journal. And whenever like you study definitions or you study a topic, write a summary of what you studied, yeah. When you write that summary, you go through it. Write it from your head though, what you studied, write a summary of it. Then compare it to what you have in like your slide or your notes, whether it's going along or it matches. That's actually good because that came from your brain, yeah. That means like you digested what you saw and you understood it. Like, do you guys get? Or please, am I speaking too much grammar? Sorry, okay. Also, I feel like you should use acronyms. All right, this actually really helped me a lot because when I see something now, I'm like, okay, like there's this thing for living things. My own was Mrs. Gwen, or motivation, respiration, sensitivity, growth, respiration, excretion, and nutrition. Mrs. Gwen. That's what I use for my living things thing. And for Jesus, if you're not going to school, don't be annoyed. Chemical elements, yeah. I created like a song. So like all those kind of things that are catchy, like it's very easy for you to recall it, even like in the most difficult situations. Like you're like, oh my god, I remember this. You quickly jot it down because words can be a little bit confusing, and sometimes when you're in examination, everything that like you read can just like fly out of your head, and we wouldn't want that to happen on days like WAEC. Days like WAEC. Hey God. And also, I would advise you use the syllabus. Like this is very cliche, but please do it. Use the syllabus. You know, like the syllabus for WAEC and JAM is different and stuff like that. So for the exam you're studying, use that syllabus. Go through it because it's actually very, very helpful. I promise you, WAEC won't go farther away from that syllabus they gave to you and stuff like that. And yeah, I feel like you should watch YouTube videos too because you know your teachers taught you. Watching a YouTube video will give you like a totally different let me say concepts from the normal. All right, makes you stand out in some kind of way when you're like giving a different contribution to this particular topic your teacher has taught and stuff like that. Makes you stand out in some kind of way. You're here watching YouTube videos can give you like a totally different light to a topic and stuff like that. So that's one of my secrets. All right, jot that down, please. Jot it down. Thank you. Also, create study groups. Create study groups because the way you understand something might be different from the way another person understands it. And when that person tells you about like how they understand it, you're like, wow, you talked about it from that angle. I didn't. Like that's enlightening. Enlightening each other, studying together. I'm not saying create study group and go and be distracted. Do I not say that one? No. I not say that one. No, please. Oh, okay. As I was saying, create study groups, be with friends that will like help you, enlighten you, like they'll do this education journey with you because it's very important. Have people that will encourage you around you. It's very important. You know, that thing is to say, show me your friend and I'll know who you are. That thing is true. It's true, please. And use variety of textbooks. Like in school now, they might give you this particular textbooks. There are several books, all right, with different recommendations, yeah. So you can go through this textbook, see how they define this concept. I'm like, wow, okay, go through that textbook. With your own knowledge, you can merge those definitions together and create a specific, unique, wonderful definition that will wow everybody. That why could be like, Jesus, who be this kid? Who are you, please? Like, I must give you A1. They'll just start your name. So please do that also, and be determined, all right? Like when you want something, you must get it. Be determined. Like, let me make an example. Like for me, WAEC was a do or die affair because it was a great milestone for me. So I was determined that whatever happens, despite the situation, I must do well in this thing. Do you get? So I feel like this will really help you too. Because it's all about your mindset. Sometimes you might be smart and you might not be confident. So you just lose it. So I feel like everything works together. Everything works together actually. And um repeat what you read, all right? Like repeat what you read in your head. Sometimes, let's say after I read personally and I just go out of my room or something, as I'm walking, I'm trying to recite what I read. I'm trying to like recollect what I've been studying to be like, okay, this thing in my brain, like this thing in my brain, like, okay, am I still getting this thing? Am I still getting the concept of this thing? Or was it that I just crammed it at that exact spot? Like cramming is bad. Oh. Cramming is dangerous. So God, this is not a small thing. It is very dangerous. Please don't cram. Okay. I won't say you shouldn't cram because people say that's their own technique. And like different things work for different people. So I wouldn't want to impose what worked on me for you because we are all unique in our own ways. So cram, but don't cram. All right, because you might forget a whole lot of things through cramming, and some things, some questions, yeah, they're like, how do I put it? They're not cramming questions. Some questions want you to be explicit when you're like writing definitions or making examples. So you like can't just pour out everything. You have to like explain the concept, what you understand in your head at times. So don't cram. Yeah, I'm imposing that. Please don't cram. And what else again? What else again helps this $1,000,000 girl? What else again helps me? Let me see. Ask questions, all right? Ask questions. If you don't understand something, ask questions. And okay, the main thing, please, examination malpractice is a sin. It is a great sin. A very, very, very great sin. God will punish you for it. So please do not cheat. Because imagine you started well and that one factor destroys the legacy you've been trying to create. Like, that's it. That's a no for me. So please do not cheat. You will see it on the white paper. Examination malpractice is something I haven't forgotten what it was. I've forgotten what it was. But yeah, don't do it, please. Don't do it because it's actually dangerous. And it doesn't prove that you know it. You get like imagine now you write about you pass. You know what you want to do in future, you don't know about it because why you've been cheating on your life. You just be killing people. Imagine a doctor now does not know what they are doing. Guy, that's wrong. You turn to a murderer. Oh God. Just do your best and leave the rest for God. I'm serious, so I mean you may think I'm joking, but I'm not joking. This is actually very serious. So please let's take my words serious. Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. Let me scroll through my book if I have anything missing. If I miss anything. What else? Yeah, I think that's basically it. That's basically it. Yeah. I forgot something. Um, create a mutual relationship with your teachers. Yeah, create a mutual relationship with your teachers because they can actually help. They can help because they have seen students like go through the same path that you're treading on. So they might know some tricks. They might know some hacks that will definitely help you be outstanding. So yeah, create a mutual relationship with your teachers. And if you are um someone who likes to speak, all right, you can teach others too. When you teach others, you're like helping yourself because you're like assuring yourself that you know what you're saying in some kind of way, and you're like imparting knowledge. The questions they ask, makes you understand better. So that's a win-win, It is a great win-win. So yeah, I would advise you to do that. I would advise you to do that. So yeah. That's basically it for how do I prepare for my exams.
Dimimu, where were you when I wrote my? But I don't think so. I've had
This morning girl is dangerous, so this morning girl is dangerous. Don't believe
like
anything
the
she
way you just
says.
delivered your point, even me myself, I'm feeling motivated. If I was the one that was to write my eggs this year, the amount of work I will put into it. Oh, thank you for
Oh
that.
my god.
Thank you for that brilliant
Stop
response.
it.
That was sweet.
No problem.
Okay, so you mentioned something about your teachers. Like, I guess you're also one of those teachers' peers and stuff. So, wait, I have a question for you. Do you think your school was instrumental to your success, or you feel most of your achievements was due to your own self study?
So let me answer your question. My school really helped me, to be honest. I'll say there is no Oluwadimimu without my secondary school. Because when you have talent, eh, sometimes talent needs processing. It needs to go through some warming up. So to like build a great something. Like now, what's even this thing? Information. Information is data. Yeah, it has to go through processing before it becomes output and stuff like that. So let's say I am Dimimu, I am data. Princeton College is the processor. And the great Dimimu now is the output with wonderful results. So yeah, I feel like my school really helped me. But there's only a little amount my school can do too. All right. Sometimes if I didn't go back to read, if I didn't go back to study, the effort that my school was putting in teaching and stuff like that will all be a waste, to be honest. So I feel like both of them are important. Both of them are important, to be honest. Both of them are important. So, yeah.
Okay, so thank you for that. Now, the reason why I asked this question is because, students will come and meet me and say, it's because of my school. So I don't feel like I can get this score. Those ones that come out with great scores, they come out from rich, umbrella school. So I just like want to try to tell you that this thing is not really about the school. Yeah, the school matters, but
Determination. I mentioned that the other time. If you want something, you get it. I want it, I get it. All right, please, energy,
okay, thank you.
energy.
So now we are in February. WAEC is going to start, I think, somewhere around May. So, like,
All
students that
right.
go to the exam this year have 2 months to their exam. Now, I know some people, they've not opened their textbook for this WAEC. They've not started reading. Like, I have people call me and say, oh, boy, I'm scared, I'm going to fail this, that, this, that. Now, I want you to tell them what to do. Maybe even like give them some guide or read. And there is also something students ask. They ask if they are to put more focus on their textbooks or their past questions. They don't have a lot of time to cover both. So they want to know like which ones they should put more focus. And yes,
Okay.
when did you start studying for the exam? And for students that will take the WASSCE in subsequent years, when do you think is the ideal time in preparation?
See, let me explain something here. Um, what might work for me won't work for you. What might work for me won't work for another person. Okay. So let's make an example now. I started. Let's see, when did we start reading? Chilo. Let me check. Let me recall, cause this thing happened last year. So please, it's not in the past. But let me recall. I started reading in February. That was during my mock. During my mock. That's when I was like, oh my, you have to be serious. You have WIAC and stuff like that. But if you compare yourself to me, you're a joker. Why? Cause retentive memory. I have retentive memory. So what I happen to like have studied in SS2 might still be lingering somewhere in my brain. Yeah. So I wouldn't say like this is the ideal time to start studying. It depends on your strength. You know who you are. If you know that, oh, you know you can't work under pressure, you should have started studying since. If you know like you don't assimilate fast, you should have started studying since. Cause you will be worked up like when it gets to the point when you're like few months to your exam, and you won't even be able to like achieve a lot, to be honest. So I feel like you should like know who you are by now. Your days of GS1, GS2 should have groomed you into like knowing the type of technique that will work for you. And if it did not groom you, it's not too late. But you have some sleepless nights. Some sleepless nights. You not watch series. You not be watching film. Hey God. You guys watch series to make me laugh. Oh. So me that I'm not watching film, I mean mumu. Hey God, I beg. So you like cut off some excesses, like at that point, if you know that like I haven't been doing the right thing and I want to achieve the best, but you cut a lot of excesses here because it isn't helpful for you to be distracted few weeks to the exam and stuff like that. So I would advise that the best thing is to start studying early, to be honest. The best thing is to start studying early. But at the same time, if you start studying early and you don't revise through like the important things close to the exam because you feel you already know it, you're still like at a loss at the same time. So you have to make everything in moderation, balance it and stuff like that. So you won't say that this person started studying since and this person wants to do better than you or something and you just started studying now. I say determine, it depends on how you study. Yeah. Take key points, do this, do that. It's like get good results, but this is I feel like a pastor, I mean a teacher. Sorry, I'm a very unserious person. So yeah. Like in school now, men used to read in class. I don't read in class. If you compare yourself to me on your own, because when me I get to my guy and read, later you think that this the new girl. She got this phone now. She got this phone now. Later she be playing with us in class. I not say she not play, oh, but me I know what I want to do in my life. Do you get? So I feel like it depends on you. Totally depends on you. But we all know that it's good to study ahead, study early and stuff like that. But we may not always do that because it's very tasking and it's very stressful. Don't get me wrong. I did not start studying early. Me. I don't start studying early. I started studying late. I work better under pressure in some kind of way. I work better under pressure because I'm like, I don't have any choice. I have to do this. I have to get it done. And then I get it done. But when I know I still have time, I'm always very relaxed. That works for me. Doesn't mean it will work for you. That kind of thing. So I feel like it's all about knowing yourself, to be honest. It's all about knowing yourself. And you also asked another question me. I forgot what you asked. I forgot what you asked. Oh my god. Can you remember? Apart from the studying anything, you have another thing.
Past questions.
Yeah, past questions, the textbook. So yeah. Past questions. I'll say that they are very good when you want to write more. Because one teacher can just go and choose one for you, photocopy and paste and print for you. Yeah. But when you want to read for use your textbook. Use your textbook. Just use your past questions here to see how the questions come. Because like past questions are like imitations of old questions here. So like you shouldn't like focus your strength on that or think like they're going to repeat questions. They do repeat questions, but it's very rare. And for you to feel like they're going to repeat questions, that means you want something mediocre. Nah, we don't do that over here, please. Please, nah. So carry your textbook, all right? And okay, let me give you a technique that I used. Let's say I want to study respiration now. I write a summary on respiration from my textbook. Then I go to the past questions to see similar questions on respiration. Yeah. And from what I've studied, I see if I can answer those questions. If I can, then I'm good to go. I like have seen examples of how the questions can come. So that's great. But like don't totally focus your energy on the past questions. Yeah. Just use the both. Use the both actually. Use both. Yeah.
So
I'm not
thank you
boring you.
so
I'm
much.
life advice.
Go on, go on.
I'm not boring you. I'm giving you life advice, you people. So please
Yes, ma.
jot things
Thank
down.
you so much, ma. We are
Jot
taking
things down.
even me sef, I'm taking notes. Okay.
You know,
All right. So
this money be you. God, don't believe her.
Dimimu, this question is for you. Now, if you had to retake the exam, like if you had to write WAEC again as a first timer, like what would you
Mhm.
do differently? What are those things that you feel like you could have done, but like you didn't do, or something you wish you hadn't done? Then,
Okay. Um, please start reading early. That actually affected me a lot. Okay, because I feel like I should have known a lot of things and I didn't. It actually affected me during my jam. My jam. God, that jam was bad. It was scary. It was very scary. So that jam was like a wake up call for me. So I wouldn't want you to have. I wouldn't want an exam to be a wake up call for you. All right. So please start reading early. Start reading early, and AOCs are bad. That area of concentration thing that teachers give is devilish. It's from the pits of hell. I'm very serious. Because it makes you very relaxed because you already know what's coming. That's very wrong. That's actually very wrong. Because it was only my chemistry teacher that didn't do that thing. I mean, yeah. My chemistry teacher never gave AOCs. And the thing is that in SS1, yeah, SS1, he'll give us in SS2, I mean, in SS2, he'll give us questions from SS1, like first, second, third in SS2. And like we're always reminded that this one he can like just bring any question from anywhere. So like we read far and wide, all right. And I would also advise that there shouldn't be a gap in your studying. Corona, God, Corona made me very unserious. This is a personal experience that was first hand for me. And I wouldn't want people to tread on the path I treaded on. And I feel really bad about it too today. So please, don't have like gaps when you're studying. Take every moment serious. Every period is valuable, all right? So make use of every period you have. During Corona, I know I used to read. I never used to attend classes. Oh my god, I'm calling myself out. I don't start in class. I'm like, I'll get this done later. No be me. I go run them. But like relying on my strength was like very bad. It was very bad. And I could bet that if I was like very serious during that point, when we resumed school, I would have been very comfortable. Yeah. Because I can remember when I watched the news that night and they were like, school is resuming in 2 weeks. Ibo, Titani. I was laughing. I was laughing, God. Jesus, I'm like, what will I start from? What will I start from? All the recorded classes from the beginning. I had to start reading everything. I had to start writing notes on everything. And that was traumatizing. I was doing the right thing at the wrong time. Nah, that's wrong. That's totally wrong. Forget it's the right thing, but since like I had misplaced priorities, it was totally wrong and it really affected me. Not very much, shall by the grace of God, we got back on our feet, and it was as if nothing happened. But I still feel traumatized by it. So don't have misplaced priorities. be focused, don't feel too relaxed at any point, you're like comfortable. Well, I never felt relaxed, because in my school, everybody's smart. Hmm. So not if you are one king, you are one boss like this that you just be ruling. At any point, your position can be snatched away from you. Hello, bye. Be serious. So even though you don't have competition wherever you are, still be serious. Because I feel like it's not about even getting good grades, it's about maintaining it. That's like the problem, to be honest. Because maintaining the grades is far much harder than like getting the good grades. Okay, you got the good grades. How can you prove it? How can you prove it? I mean, yeah, how can you prove it? Was it by mistake or was it luck? Are you really that star people say you are? Can you like handle situations? Can you still come out the best, even though things are not supposed to be how they are? So yeah, don't feel too relaxed. Be focused. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Yeah, that's basically it. That's basically it. I can't believe I'm calling myself out on social media, but I'm impacting lives. So yeah, anything for that. Anything for that, please. Yeah, and be serious. But if, is there any junior school student that are going to watch this video? If there is, log where Kolomaloka. I cannot speak Yoruba very well, but Yoruba is different. Carry your book and go and start reading it now. All right, read, read. Oh, hey Jesus Christ, please, I'm begging you, read, because this thing is a do or die. Oh. Hmm. Don't say Dimimu did not tell you. Just
Dimi,
yeah, that's basically.
I really like the report yourself out because I think it gives us another like perspective into like these top students. When people hear our
Yeah,
story, like these ones are angels. This one will sit down for 12, 13 hours a day and read them. And I'm like, it's always like that. Like we too, we have our flaws. We have times when we too we slack or stuff like that. So
yeah.
thank you for that. Yeah, I really appreciate it. So yeah, now when it comes like in normal school, not even like exams, we all have this one subject that gives us issues. Like that subject can even be the reason why we are scared of that exam or school in general. So please tell us what was that one subject that you found most difficult and how did you tackle it? Because you ended up getting an A1 in that subject. So let us know once you find.
Yeah. All right. This subject has to do with calculation, has to do with formulas, has to do with a whole lot of rubbish that I do not care about. It has to do with some laws, it has to do with some mechanics, be electricity, and what they used to do. It was physics. Physics was very difficult for me. Well, that's why very difficult for me. At first, the next one, it wasn't that bad because we're just doing the basics, like what were we even doing that time? We're doing mechanics, all right. We're doing formulas. We're doing fundamentals and all those kind of stuff. Derived formulas, fundamental formulas. So it wasn't that deep, But like that's not how it will be. And I told you during the corona, I slacked off and stuff like that, and that really affected me. So like I feel like there was a very big gap like in my learning for physics. And the thing is that physics is not something that can be rushed, all right? If you don't understand it, you don't understand it. Like if you don't know the mechanics behind something, if you don't know the formula behind something, you cannot like get your answer. And things that physics is let's just say straightforward. You can't like use another thing from another topic to get something for this topic except they are related. So if you do not know it, you do not know it, and that's like end game. Yeah. So it's not as if you cannot improvise for physics because there are laws and laws are meant to be followed. So physics was very, very scary for me because let's just say that I like being comfortable, all right, and physics didn't really make me very comfortable. I wouldn't say I did not understand it. Yeah, I did understand it. I am the first person to always get to physics lab. That's the sad part, and I don't even understand it. I understood it, but I didn't get it. Like the basic level of understanding was different from other subjects like biology and chemistry, and I wasn't just really feeling it, you know. And at some point, I'll go and meet my teacher, and I'll be like, "Excuse me, sir, why is it like this?" And he'll explain, and I'll be like, "Sir, how do you expect me to think like that? I don't understand. That's not what I was thinking. I was not thinking like that. So please." Oh God, I used to shed tears, to be honest. Because I'm like, how do you expect me to think? How did you expect me to know it was like that? Excuse me, sir, I don't understand. And I feel like it's every basic student goes through this, all right? So, like I said, create a mutual relationship with your teachers, go through textbooks. Textbooks actually help. And oh God, talking about physics wants to make me teary because I was very traumatized during jam for physics because I'm like, I'm gonna, Dimimu, gonna. I open physics fast question. I cannot solve one thing. Hey, Jesus. At this point, I started calling on God because only God that can run it. Because I was very pressured, and it was like few weeks to jam. Was it few weeks? It was like a month to jam. Yeah, a month to jam. So I'm like, you have to be serious. Oh yeah, carry this physics textbook. And I created a timetable. Yeah, physics, chemistry, biology. My core science subject, whatever they call it. I don't even care. So, create a timetable, physics, chemistry, biology. The one you know you're not very comfortable with. The one I knew I was not comfortable with rather was physics, yeah. So I could study physics for like 2 hours. And physics has like it was divided into mechanics, electricity, see I forgot to yeah, it was divided into things like that. So make sure to finish every division and make sure you understand it. For physics, solve questions. That actually helped me a lot. I solved a lot of questions. Solve questions like go on YouTube, watch videos, yeah. Like, oh, this is how this person is explaining it. Okay, this is nice. Because there are a variety of ways for you to get to an answer. And if you do not understand this one, you can understand another one. So there are no limitations. So yeah. And that actually really helped me. I remember during my jam, I'm going to like give the recommendation. I'm going to mention this book again, but I'm going to mention it now. All inclusive calculation in physics. One big book like this. That book is top notch. It's great. It's very, very great because it really helped me. It helped me get back on my feet for physics. Like it was like a bounce back to greatness. Like, whoo, okay, I'm here. I can solve the question. I know 2 days ago in class, thought I was a dumbass, but here I am solving the question, you know. So yeah, that actually helped me. And I believe if I could have done it at that short period of time, if you have any subject that you're like finding hard or whatsoever, you can do it too. Remember, I said create a study timetable, focus on it, go through the divisions and solve questions. So yeah, that's basically it. And pray. I'm sounding very religious. Please pray because you might know something, I might not know how to put it. All right. So pray, pray. That will really help. And at the end of the day, physics was my highest in jam. Jesus, I was shocked. Jesus, you guys, I not feel jambo.
Well, the hard work paid off. That yeah, not too late.
But what do you say?
Your hard work definitely paid off.
Actually, it did. Actually, it did. Actually, it did. But it was very shocking to see it was like the highest score because I wasn't expecting much from it. Yeah, but we thank God, sir. We thank God. I got in physics in white so, and I'm like, eh, hey, Jesus. Let me give you a hack. Let me give you a hack, you guys. For your practicals, take that thing very serious. Your physics practical, take it very serious, please. All your practicals, in fact, take them very serious. For physics, Don't forget to write your units. Don't forget to like be very inclusive when you're explaining. Yeah, like when you're writing, like say this is how you got this, say this is how you got that. You know, help. I hope you
Sorry
get
to
that thing very
interrupt.
well. No
For
problem.
biology, I think the practical in biology carries like the highest marks.
Mm-hmm. It does, I guess. Yeah, it does.
I think it's either the theory or the practical, but like the practical is really important, especially in biology.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, that's true. That's true. That's true.
And like
Um,
biology practical is actually the easiest. It's not just those animals that I write about.
practical is not that bad to be honest. It's pretty basic. It's pretty basic. So yeah, take your practicals very seriously. And apart generally, let me just say generally, yeah. When you're writing YA, let me tell you guys something I did. When I'm writing a definition, let's say they ask what is um economics. Let me make an example from economics. What is economic growth? You write economic growth, underline it, then define economic growth. All right. After you define economic growth, write some things about economic growth, like economic growth boosts a country's economic development, economic growth reduces inflation, stuff like that, increases standard of living. Yeah. Then you describe instances on how economic growth can be achieved. I promise you, you're going to get your full mark because every basic student will just write what economic growth meant. But like you adding that little extra information makes you stand out, makes you different. So I'll advise you to do that too. I'll actually advise you to do that too. Whenever you're writing anything concerning YX, don't be like, I don't want to write story. Write as much as you know. I'm not saying you can't write rubbish. Oh. If you don't know something, don't write it. If you're sure of it, write it. Because work isn't like Cambridge exams where you have to be straightforward when they ask what is this, you write this is this here. But for work, you're given an opportunity to like express yourself very well. So use those pages, make examples, make instances, like make them convinced that you know what you're talking about. And I promise you, you get the best. I'm wishing you guys all the best for real, all of you that are writing this exam this year. So don't forget what I said that time. Yeah.
Right. Thank you for that. So you've talked about your preparation process. You've talked about
Mm-hmm.
stuff that you do if you had to retake the exam. Talked about a lot. Now, I want to know your motivation during this exam process. All the things that kept you going, or that person that kept you going. That we would just wake up one in the middle of that and say, Dimimu, we have to read, we have to read, we have to read. So
Right.
yeah, what was your motivation or driving force during the exam process?
This has to be my favorite question, to be very honest. This question. It has to be my favorite. Yes, let me like just get into it. Why is a milestone. I remember one of my friends when I was discussing with him here, he was like, Yo, Dimimu, this why it determines a lot of things for us. It determines if we're like going to a tertiary institution or not. Like it's like a certificate that proves that what we did in secondary school, maybe we did the secondary school thing right or not, and stuff like that. And it is a great milestone. And ever since he said that, I picked that out, and I'm like, oh more, why is a great milestone? It is a do or die affair. At that point in your life, please, why is it do or die affair for you? Don't be like, oh, I cannot stress myself. Clinical. Please stress yourself. Please, I'm begging you. At that point in time, just stress yourself. Get out of your comfort zone. All right. Don't do the basics. Like, try to up your game because when everything comes out rosy, when everything comes out great, you are the one they are praising. Yeah. And the thing is that some people have this mentality that, oh, I want to make my mommy and daddy proud. So let me just do this and forget about it. Baby girl, do this for you. I did it for me. I did it for Dimimu. I did it for Dimimu. Like, I'm like, Dimimu, we got this. We have to run this P. and we have to come out success. I say success. Sorry, English is hard. You have to come out successful, yeah. You have to come out like top notch, excellent, and we thank God, yeah. So I want you to be determined, like I said before, and be positive, yeah. Because your mindset is like practically, it weighs a lot. If you believe you can do it, then you can do it. So be positive. Always expect good results. Yeah. And do not compare yourself to others. I did not compare myself to others. And that actually helped me because I can see somebody reading now in the library and me, I'm not doing that. But like that doesn't make that person better than me. So yeah, having like a good mindset helps me because I'm like, when I want to do my thing, I will do it and I'll put my all into it. So you seeing another person doing something should not make you feel inferior. Do not ever feel inferior to another person. Like whatever you're doing that is making them stand out or make them great, you should try it. And if it works for you, all the best. If it doesn't, figure it out yourself. Yeah, do something that works for you. And for me, yeah, I felt like I had this legacy I had to uphold. I was a senior prefect of my school, all right, and you have lots of students be like, oh my God, how do you get blah 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 blah. The Dimimu is the SP, clinical blah 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 blah. The Dimimu always read. I wonder what she'll get. So I have set a standard. I had to maintain it. So I shouldn't be caught slacking if I wanted to maintain that standard, yeah. So I had to be very serious. I had to give it on my all. So I was definitely like, let me say, all I had in my head was, you have to do well. And things that I did not pressure myself at the same time too. Do not pressure yourself, please, because you might lose it. You might lose it if you pressure yourself. And I'm not saying that, I cannot keep myself. Let me pressure myself. Please don't. I say don't pressure yourself. Well, I don't know how to explain it, yeah. But like, there should be moderation. There should be a balance, yeah. Because when everything comes out great, you'll be happy. You feel fulfilled. You actually feel very fulfilled, yeah. And the thing is that, yeah, I wouldn't like want to like impose anything on anybody. If you set high standards for yourself, yeah, even though you fall back a bit, it wouldn't affect you. You know that, right? But if like settle for the bare minimum, uh, ah, I not advise you to do that. Not that you be like, let me just get some seeds and some kidney, then anything happen. We die, Abi, everything go do alright, Abi, we go do okay, everything go see marama. Please, oh, don't do that. Everything no go marama, you will cry. You will cry when you see other people getting good results. You will cry. So please, like I said before, get out of your comfort zone, try new things, all right? Don't have that lax attitude, like anything that happens. No, 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 all right? Try to do it for yourself. Because when you do it for yourself, you have that thing ringing at the back of your mind that, oh my God, I have to do this for myself. I have to do this to make myself happy. And yeah, that will like push you to do the best, all right? And um when people speak and you're like an example to other people, I'm sure that'll make you feel great. Like when other people see you and they're like, how did you do it? And you get the chance to speak to other people like I'm speaking now. I'm feeling very fulfilled, to be honest, because I'm like, let's just say I am creating a pathway for other people to tread on. I created a pathway for that people are now trending on. Jesus, this English thing is hard for me, but I am creating a pathway that people are treading on currently, and that's actually great. So you can do it too. All right. Remember, do not feel inferior. Get out of your comfort zone. Don't pressure yourself. And don't pressure yourself. Um, be focused, be determined, do it for yourself, especially. Yeah. And another thing I would like to say is get or make sure your friend group is top notch. All right, because in my school we have this top 10 thingy, and the thing is that all my friends, yeah, in my class, we call ourselves the science girls. Yeah, I am somebody that was in a group of friends. I definitely look like it, don't I? Yes, I'm not a loner. I like talking. So yeah. So as I was saying, the thing is that you have to like be around people that will encourage you in some kind of way. Like on the top 10 now, I and my friends were there. Like you could see all of our faces there. And we're like, nobody could have done it better. Yeah. The times we were on voice calls, studying, going through past questions, the sleepless nights, they helping each other. Everything worked out. And things that I wouldn't like if you're in a friend group, I wouldn't like want you to drag another person down. Sometimes friend groups can drag you down. So if you feel like friend group is not your thing and you can like work it out on your own, then please definitely go for that. It's just all about discovering yourself, to be honest. You have to know yourself and what works for you at this point in time. I don't want to bore you with my words, my experiences. So yeah.
Even your story is actually enough motivation for anyone. Like if I were trying to egg and I listen to your story, I just gonna carry my book start reading. So thank you for
Please,
that.
no problem.
Okay, so we're almost done. I think yeah, yeah, we're on to textbook recommendations, like all the textbooks that helped
All
you
right.
aids. So come and start giving us.
All right. So I'll just fill this out because you don't mind. Even though I am not doing the jam series, yeah, um, I'll recommend that for jam students, you should like go through solid solutions. There's this 4-in-1 UTME premium book, solid solutions. I think I'll send Moyi a picture of it. All right, and Lamlad's chemistry. This book is actually very good because it has this true or false section in it here. Like this totally cleared my doubt. That section cleared my doubt on a whole lot of topics and stuff like that. So when I write definitions, I'm able to add that little fisty whenever like I'm defining stuff because I know whether it's true or not. And for physics, like I said before, all inclusive calculation in physics. Yeah. And for what I said, that solid solutions for in one past question, that premium pack thingy is very good. It's not like all those past questions that you are selling in on the streets. That I don't know if the answer at the back is good. Don't buy all those books. I'm not spoiling people's market though, but don't buy those books because you don't know if the kidney is correct or not. Because the thing there, I went through it. Yeah, I remember I picked answers and like I want to mark at the end of the day. It feels like I'm dumb because it was not correlation. I'm like, she got she really having more like didn't I know what I mean Jesus oh, I hate English. Please when you cut this thing out. As I was saying, in my head I'll be like, didn't I know what I read and stuff like that? So don't buy all those paper seller past questions. Use solid solution. Thank you. And for English, let me read out. Fundamental formulas of the English language. Bruh, that book is top notch. That book is top. That book is top notch. So yeah, use those books. Let me see if I have any other thing. Not really. Biology. The infamous Idodo Ume College Biology textbook. I did not finish that book. I didn't. I didn't even read it. Guy, I hated that book. The book made me feel somehow, made me feel inferior. So me, I just choose a particular topic and just read it. I now finish it. You don't need to finish the book. Yeah, don't feel pressure. Some people that they'll be like, I finish it, they won't make clinical. What they get in their way. Don't stress yourself, but by the same time, stress yourself. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. What else? Math. We all know math now. Use new general mathematics. Yeah. Use Lamlad math. Lamlad math. Yay. Lamlad math is great. Lamlad math is great. A day to WAEC, I was going through Lamlad math, yeah, and solving the questions was actually great for me. So yeah, please do use Lamlad math. For math, yeah, I feel like you should do past questions when you're studying math. Do a lot of past questions because it gives you like different edges to stuff here. It gives you how questions can come out. So please do a lot of math. And for civic education, ah, is that one subject? Well, let me see. Let me see. We have this textbook we used in my school for civic. That textbook is really good. I can't remember the name, all right, but I'll go through it and I'll like send to me for her to like maybe just add it to this YP. So yeah, and for civic, yeah, when you're writing, be very passionate when you're writing, because they want to see patriotic citizens. Because we're the leaders of tomorrow, yeah. So for civic, when you're writing, pour your heart out. Okay, be very convincing. Please, I'm telling you, I got A1 in physics with no problems. Please make examples. Be very descriptive. Create a mental picture. Yeah, yeah. Do that. Thank you. Yeah. What else again, Steph? I think that's all.
No, I'm just here and I'm laughing.
So
Yeah, I remember.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I still wanted to talk about time management. Do you think you can do that?
Okay, time management. Is it like during the exam?
Anyone, really?
Okay. So, as we all know, procrastination is a thief of time. I am a procrastinator, and look where it got me. It didn't get. I'm a procrastinator. See where it got me. Yeah. So please don't procrastinate, even though it might not be comfortable for you. Some people are like, I procrastinate because I still get the job done. Okay, love, you still get the job done, but was it top notch? No, it wasn't. So do the right thing at the right time, all right? Well, and when you're writing WAEC, yeah, try to maximize your time. Try to maximize your time because in exam halls, time flies on a whole totally different level. Like maybe because of the thinking and whatsoever, at times just and you're like, like what's happening? When you're writing your WAEC, when you're in the examination, yeah, please, I'm begging you, maximize your time because time flies a lot during the examination. So maximize your time. Don't be distracted. If you do not know how to answer a question, please go to the next one, all right? And don't forget to go back to it. Don't leave any space blank, please, my loves. Don't leave any space blank because that one thing that you drop down can move you up from a B2 to an A1. All right. So yeah. And my personal piece of advice to everybody out there that are writing the exam, you can do it, all right? Don't feel inferior to anybody, all right? Study, hard work pays off, like exceptionally. Pray to God, all right? Just pray. Prayer helps a lot, makes you feel at ease. And the thing is that also, how can I advise you? At some point, if you feel you're in a fix during your reading, give yourself breathing space, but the space shouldn't be that large, all right? You should like at least, let's just say me now, if I feel worked up, I could watch a movie. Don't watch series, oh. If you start watching series, you're not finished. Don't watch series, oh. I could just like watch an old movie that I've watched before to like just like cool down the stress. So don't pressure yourself a lot. And I believe you can do it, to be honest. I believe you can actually do it. Just be focused, be determined, and you can do it. You can do it. It's not like what's there? Oh, forget that thing, Joe. It's not like
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Dimimu. Like how I feel thank yeah, I appreciate everything. Like even the way you delivered your responses. All right, and I
Thank
hope
you.
I'm really sure. No, I'm sure like my audience will, will find your responses valuable, and I'm sure this year we
They
are going
do.
to celebrate many students with A's, B's, and their WASSCE.
By God's grace, that's definite. That's
So
definite.
thank you
Work
for
hard.
honoring my invitation to come up here. It takes a lot of courage to come and share your experiences around camera. So I love you.
It's a good thing to be here itself. So shout out to Moyin, like I said before, for creating this amazing avenue for students like me to say our stories.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Thank you.